Hi guys and welcome to another video. My name is Deborah and this is my channel The Edit by DH. Today I am going to be showing you the new and exciting launch by Natasha Denona. I Need a Nude Lip Crayon, which is like basically lip pencils but that have the intensity of lipsticks. So there are 8 shades in total. It's $22 each, and I say dollars because I bought it on the ℕ𝕣𝕠𝕟 website. As far as I'm aware, I don't think it's available on any other website just yet. I'm certain that it won't be long before it's on the Selfridges websites. So out of the 8 shades, I decided to get 5 to really give this collection a fair shot. I obviously didn't like every shade, and it's really hard with online swatches. It's really like Russian roulette, and it's a lucky dip whether you end up liking the shades or not, because often the shade colors aren't very accurate to what's shown online. So in terms of the 5 shades that I got, they are all female names. So I got Natasha, Ilona or Iona, I don't know how you pronounce that, Michelle, Noah and Naya. Interestingly, with these shade names, not only do you just have the shade names, she's put them into 2 separate categories of undertones. So she's not only given them names, but she's also put a P or a B in it. So the B stands for beige, and it's a beige undertone that works best for neutral, warm and red skin tones. And then the P stands for pink undertones, that's best for warm and yellow skin tones. So to be honest with you, I wasn't really fussed about the B or the P because I technically have kind of both undertones in my skin. Overall, I do have more of a yellowy golden undertone, but I also have a lot of redness in my skin as well. So let's see if it works. So I'm going to do the P categories first, of which I got 2, and then I got 3 of the B categories, which I will go through afterwards. So it is literally described as the intensity of a lipstick meets the precision of a pencil in your lips, but better shades. They're obviously supposed to be nude, hence the I Need a Nude Lip Crayon name. So I will start with Natasha, which is NP1. This is described as a neutral pink with a matte finish. This is what the outer packaging looks like. It comes in this sort of like rose goldy bronzy packaging, which is very nice, and I think this is her standard packaging. The pencil is very similar and again comes in the same tone of packaging, but with the shade wrapped around the end so you know what color it's supposed to be, which is perfect for me. When I place all my pencils, I normally place them in a pot like this, so then I can see what shade I'm looking for. So that's the pencil itself. Just a regular pencil. It's not a twist up, so you will need to sharpen it. However, it doesn't come with a sharpener, so you'll just have to make do with your regular standard sharpeners that you have for your existing pencils. So one thing I want to say is that every lip color, obviously, even if we have the same skin tone, it could still look different because of our lip tone. On my lips, I don't necessarily tend to have a lot of color. I know some people naturally are blessed with naturally pink or red lips. I don't have that, unfortunately. So colors tend to show truer on me, if that makes any sense at all. So I've just applied Natasha. Now it's described as a neutral pink with a matte finish. I wouldn't necessarily describe this as a neutral pink. I would say, at least on myself, it's got slightly like cold lilac-y mauvey tones. So as you can see, it's almost slightly grungy on me, but I don't necessarily mind it. I wouldn't call it a nude on my skin tone per se. It's not terrible, like I don't mind it, but I wouldn't necessarily, it wouldn't be my go-to shade. So this is Natasha NP1. Next is Ilona, Iona, Ilona, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry if this is your name, but this is the next shade and it's NP2. So this is described as a warm beige pink with a matte finish. This is Ilona. Now again, if you can see on my lips, it's showing up as a cooler color. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely showing up as a cooler shade. Even on my hand, this is Ilona and this is Natasha, but Ilona on my hand, even on my hand, it looks cooler than the Natasha. This was described as neutral and this is described as warm. On my lips and skin, it's definitely not showing up as warm. It's more of a grey brown, but on the cooler side. That's hence where the grey comes in. Again, I don't dislike it, but again, it's not necessarily a shade I would gravitate towards, but I can see how this would suit others with other lip tones, undertones, etc. I've just swatched the Peas, which is the pink undertone, which she's saying is supposed to be good for yellow and golden undertones, which is what I am, but as you could see, it almost contradicted and contrasted with my skin tone, so I'm not necessarily sure if I would agree with that. So I'm quite intrigued to see how the beiges will perform. So I got NB1 Michelle, so this is the first color in the beige category. So finally we've become a little bit warmer and less dead carcassy. So this is Michelle. It's pretty much a spot on complete nude for me. Let me just swatch it for you on the back of my hand. So that's Michelle, and online it's described as a warm caramel with a matte finish, so definitely there is a little bit more warmth in this color. Just to remind you, with the beige undertone, it's supposed to be best for neutral, warm and red skin tones, so pretty much everyone. So yeah, I definitely prefer this, and this is more of a color I would gravitate towards if I were to look for a nude. By the way, I will go into the benefits and features of this pencil, but I just wanted to try a few more colors before I do that. Next up, we have the NB2 color Noah. So this is NB2 Noah, and that's swatched on my hand. Online is described as a milk chocolate with a matte finish. So normally I don't like that whole trend of where you do the really dark lip liner and go over with a really pale lipstick. That's not my look. Doesn't mean to say it doesn't look good on others, it's just not my preference. However, I really feel like this shade is perfect for lip contouring because it has enough coolness in the shade, in the color, to create a subtle lip contour if you want to go slightly out of your natural lip lines and then fill it in with your choice of color lipsticks. So this one I would definitely recommend if you like that look, and it's even something that I would do in the future if I wanted to create more fuller looking lips. Last but not least, I got the NB4 in the color Naya. This is described as a rosewood with a matte finish. So this is NB4 Naya. Now it is a really deep color on me, but it'll be perfect for deeper and richer skin tones. And in fact, if you like these sort of deeper shades and or you want that kind of slightly, again, grungy look, this would absolutely work for you. It's not, again, a lip color that I would naturally gravitate towards, but it could really work as, again, a contour shade if you wanted something more deeper and stronger than the last shade that I showed, NB2. So for my final thoughts, I decided to just use a mixture of the two shades. So I used Noah NB2 as an outline, like a light contour like I suggested, and then NB1 Michelle as my fill-in color. So it's a very nude lip. It's not an everyday lip that I would wear. In fact, I'd probably wear this if I were going out and in the evening where I've got like a smoky eye going on, if I want a slightly more glamorous, contoured, trendy look. But I really like this combo together. So my final thoughts, for $22, I don't think the price is bad for a standard lip pencil, which you can also use as a lipstick. It's got 12 grams of product. It's mineral oil free, it's microplastics free, it's fragrance free, it's talc free, it's cruelty free. It's all the things that you want in a lip pencil. But that's the point. I feel like it is just a lip pencil. I feel like they're trying to market it and make it something special, as if it's like a new formula or a new innovation where they've transformed this lip pencil into a lip product where you can use it as a lipstick. But to be honest, in terms of the formula and the way it applies, I have so many lip pencils in my collection that apply exactly the same, that just market themselves as a lip pencil. It has too much drag and it dries down far too quickly. So if you were to go in a second, like you're literally applying it, you want to go in a second time just to touch up, it's already dried and you're already getting that dragging sensation, which wouldn't be the case with a normal lipstick, even if it's a matte formula. So that's the only element of it that I feel like is a bit of a gimmick, where they're trying to sell it as something that it's not. But on that note, I just wanted to quickly read the description. So they're saying it's a highly pigmented, yes, creamy matte initially, lip pencil that defines lips whilst providing a rich, silky, long-lasting and comfortable wear. It includes 4 of the best-selling I Need a Nude lipstick shades with beige undertones and 4 new additions with pink undertones to achieve a your lips but better look. As you know, with the pink undertones, it did not work on me, at least with the 2 shades. They made me look quite cold and didn't suit my undertone, even though it said it was for a warm yellow undertone. It says it delivers the intensity of a lipstick in a convenient pencil packaging for high precision. The new and innovative formula and packaging balance a soft, easy slip-on glide application with a matte finish to define lips. So yes, when you first apply it, it does apply like a cream. It does have a glide, but literally within seconds, I'm talking about, it dries down, there is no more glide, and it's a drag. It's a sharpenable plastic packaging like that of a wooden pencil for optimized precision with each use. Pure instant matte color impact in a lightweight and flexible waterproof formula. That could be why there's a drag to it. That doesn't smudge or transfer, that's for sure. Rich and silky formula, comfortable, long wearing and non-fading pigment. I mean, when I was applying it, and you know when you normally apply a lip product, it's second nature to go like this, just to smush the lips and transfer the color. You can't do it because there's too much resistance. So you're like this and nothing happens. So I mean, ultimately it's a lip pencil, and as a lip pencil it's very good. I mean, it delivers the intensity of a lipstick, yes. If that's all they're saying, then that's true. If they're saying it could be used like a lipstick, I would beg to differ. Because of the creaminess as well, the product goes down really quickly. So by the time that you've done 2 applications at most, depending on like how full your lips are, perhaps if you've got Angelina Jolie lips and it's only 1 application, but depending on the thickness of your lips, like for me, 2 applications, it's already down to this much. So then at this point you're needing to sharpen it. So just bear that in mind, it will go down quite quickly, and if you love it, it means you have to top it up quite often. So overall, I do like the products. I love the packaging. It looks very glamorous. It looks very expensive. It looks very Natasha Denona-y. I know that's not a word. And I mean, I would recommend it as a matte lip pencil, but that's it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using it on the lips like a lipstick, especially if you have dry lips. So that is my final thoughts. Have you tried these lip pencils? If so, please let me know what your thoughts are down below. Are they something that you'd be interested in? Are you going to purchase any? Are there any shades that you've got your eyes on? Please comment down below. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.
Butterflies in my stomach, butterflies in my chest.